Welcome back. Hypersleep Rest Recovery 2026. It's day 20. So almost through 3 weeks of our journey. And I'm always curious to know how you're feeling, always curious to know how the practices, the awareness, all of the things are settling and integrating. If you feel like sharing, either in the comments below or in the chat, please do. Because I'm always open to feedback and I'm always open to the experience of others as they go through the practices and come into maybe some new awareness, maybe some refreshed awareness, some remembrance of the deeper peace that lives within, beneath the layers of chaos, the layers of the mind, tension, what have you. Today, we're going to drop right into meditation. We did the first part of this meditation, I believe, in week 1, Sphere of Light. So we're going to go into part 2 tonight. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I really love these hyperspace meditations, helping us to work with the mind, keep it engaged with visualization, and help us to expand our energy and get to know the different layers of ourself even deeper as we settle into relaxation. And that's the point, right? Maybe I'll turn on a little bit of this. Make sure it's not too loud, but we'll have some musical accompaniment. All right, nope. All right. Let's drop in. Be in a comfortable seated position. You can lay down for this one as well if that better suits your day, your body. It's preferred to be seated for meditation. This is why we prepare the body with practices and asanas and opening the body so we can sit for longer periods of time without pain. So you can be seated in a chair on the ground, or you can be laying down. And yogi's choice, your choice to keep the palms up on the knees or palms down. If you're laying down, I recommend keeping the palms up. It helps a little external rotation of the arms when you're laying down, helps to keep the chest open, shoulder blades tucked underneath, helps to keep the energy flowing. And just right away, you can start to internalize your experience. Start to turn the mind's eye inward. And scanning the body from the toes, up the feet, ankles, lower legs, knees, upper legs, to the pelvis, the pelvic bowl, pelvic floor, the hips, and then up through the torso, the spine, the belly, the chest, the upper back, across the collarbones. Allow the shoulders to release. Relax through the arms and the hands. Scanning up through the neck, unclenching the jaw. Relaxing the face, relaxing the eyes, relaxing across the brow. And we'll take a deep inhale into the crown of the head. And as you exhale, let your awareness cascade down, all the way down, relaxing even more, all the way back down to the soles of the feet and the toes. And continue with the breath. Just continuing to scan and notice your starting position, the launch pad for today's meditation. Smooth, deep breaths, not stressing or straining or rushing. And we'll spend a few minutes moving our awareness with the breath. So take a deep inhale into the heart, like the center of your chest, the breath is coming in there. And then as you exhale, follow the awareness down the spine, through the sit bones, through the legs and the feet, down through the layers of the building into the earth, and see roots growing deep and wide. Then on the inhale, draw energy up from the earth through these roots, through the soles of the feet, through the sit bones, up into the heart. And then as you exhale, follow the breath up the spine, out the crown to way up above, sensing the source of life, of light, way up beyond the stars. And then inhale, drawing this energy from the heavens down through the crown into the heart. And then exhale, awareness descends down the spine, through the sit bones, down the legs, through the soles of the feet, if you're in the chair, all the way through the layers of the building, the layers of earth, roots spread wide and going all the way down to the core of the earth. And inhaling from the core of the earth, golden light, up the roots, into the soles of the feet, up through the sit bones, into the spine, into the heart. And then exhale, awareness up the spine, out the crown of the head, way beyond the stars. Then inhaling a pure white light from the heavens down through the crown to the heart. And then exhale from the heart down to the core of the earth. And inhaling, drawing the golden energy up from the core of the earth into the heart. And exhale, awareness follows the spine up, out the crown, to beyond the stars. And inhaling, drawing white, pure, radiant light down through the crown into the heart. Feeling the heart growing in energy, the energy and light expanding in the heart, and then exhale down the spine through the soles of the feet to the core of the earth. And a couple more breaths like this on your own. Each time sensing the energy building, the radiance, the brightness of the energy at the heart increasing. And then after your next inhale to the heart, we'll exhale there. And we'll start to see a bright ball of light in the center of the chest. And just breathe. Do your best to visualize or imagine this bright ball of energy, pure radiant light in the center of the chest at the heart. With each breath, it's growing brighter and stronger. And now visualize, imagine this ball of light, this sphere of light at the heart, expanding, expanding to the size about an arm's length outside of the body, maybe a foot past the arm's length outside of the body. So you're sitting in this sphere of light now, or laying in this sphere of light. See if you notice anything unique about this light, this sphere of light, now that it's expanded. You're inside this sphere of light, this energy field. And keep breathing, always breathing long, smooth, deep breaths. Now imagine and visualize the sphere of light going around the house that you're in, the building that you're in. If you're in a multi-layered building, maybe around the floor of the building first. And then seeing it expand around the entire building. The source of this light is still rooted in your heart. And as you breathe, the sphere of light gets brighter and more radiant. And keep breathing and amplifying this heart energy, this radiance, this energized sphere of light, and visualize and or imagine the sphere of light growing even bigger, maybe to around the property or the block, the building surrounding your building. Feeling this heart field, this sphere of heart energy growing in radiance, in brightness. And keep breathing. This energy coming up from the core of the earth and from the crown, feeding the heart, feeding the radiance of this sphere of light. And then visualize and imagine the sphere of light growing to encompass your whole town or city. Like you're holding the awareness of you in the chair or on the ground or laying down, and the source of this sphere of light is your heart. The heart chakra, the spiritual heart. And the sphere is growing around and glowing, radiating around the entire town or city that you're in. And keep breathing steadily, stabilizing this energy field in this sphere of light. It's equally above ground and below ground around the entire city, emanating from the heart center. And then once more, visualize or imagine this sphere of light growing to around your whole state or province. Expanding this love, this healing energy, this radiance to encompass the whole state or province that you're in. You might start to see or feel, sense a pulse at the heart each time the heart beats or with each breath, sending a pulse out, strengthening the sphere of light, amplifying its radiance, its brightness. And don't let the mind wander. Stay focused on this sphere of light around the whole state or province. You at the very core. The energy from the depths, the core of the earth, coming up through the roots. The energy from the heavens coming down through the crown. To the nucleus of the sphere, which is your heart. The brilliance, the brightness, and the frequency, stable, radiant. And then visualize and imagine this sphere of light shrinking back down, to the size of the city or the town. And as it shrinks, it doesn't lose any of its brilliance. It condenses and becomes even brighter. And keep breathing, long, smooth, deep breaths. Keeping this connection to the core of the earth, the heavens above. And the sphere of light around the whole town and city. And then visualize and imagine the sphere of light shrinking again back to around the block, the neighborhood maybe, the property, the edges of the surrounding buildings and houses in your area. The sphere of light condensing, but getting lighter and brighter and even more radiant. And then once more visualize or imagine the sphere of light shrinking from around the block at the property or neighborhood to around the building that you're in. And then again, sphere of light shrinking to around the body. Just about if you were to stretch your arms out just a foot or two outside of that, around the body. And keep it in your mind's eye. This radiant sphere of light emanating from the heart, fully encompassing the body. And then after your next breath, see this sphere of light shrinking back down to maybe the size of a foot in diameter at the center of the chest. So maybe the size of a basketball or a full-size soccer ball. staying with it, and then visualizing and seeing it shrink down a little bit more. The size of like 4 or 5 or 6 inches in diameter. And then see it merging into the chest. And feel this radiant light core, this sphere of light in the center of the chest. And then allow your awareness to release. Feel the feet on the ground, the sit bones on the ground or in the chair. Coming back into body awareness. And feeling the stability of the ground beneath you and the lightness of the being. Tuning to the physical body and bringing the physical body back into your mind's eye. Awareness resurfacing with each breath. You can begin to move the fingers and the toes. And you can circle the wrists or the ankles and make any gentle organic movements that feel good in your body. And before you open your eyes, we'll bring the hands to the heart, one palm over the other. It doesn't matter which is on top. And feeling the body, but feeling the pulse of energy underneath the hands. Saying a little prayer of gratitude for your heart, for the body. Sending the heart some love. And then as you're ready, you can open the eyes. And come back into your space. And without rushing off, just observe. Observe how you feel. You can bring the hands into prayer pose in front of the heart. And we'll close with chanting Sat Nam. long syllable Sat, short Nam. Invoking this truth. This truth of our identity, this peaceful nature, this radiant heart. Long syllable Sat, short Nam. Deep inhale. Sat Nam. Blessings, peace, and love to you, to all beings everywhere. I hope you enjoyed tonight's practice. And I hope that you can stay in a relaxed meditative state for as long as you have. The practices that I'm sharing here are designed to allow us to stay in a sustainable state of relaxation and non-reactivity. So important, especially at a time of collective unrest. We make up the collective as individuals. And the more that we can come back to a state of peace within ourselves, the more we ripple peace out. We ripple this love and protection and peace and calmness outwards. And the more of us that do this on a consistent basis, the frequency of the collective automatically gets uplifted. Well, thank you for joining me tonight. Sat Nam. I will see you tomorrow for day 21.